Kemaimer, that's where we start. This is 8 lines from the bottom. Yeah. I just want to start the line before, so that we have, we can continue from there. So we start saying that what is in fact the Indian.
No, I'm not saying not in this year. It's very distracting.
What is the Indian of Brias Ha'olam? What is accomplished through Brias Ha'olam? I said that the Brias Ha'olam represents a novel Indian, which is the union between Sever Kolam and Mamala Kolam, between the world and that which is higher than the world. Ukemaimer, that's what we say, Ukemaimer. And as the saying is, Nisave HaKodesh Boru Liz Loidira Betachtein. That Hashem had a desire to have a dira, a dwelling place betachtoin, in the lower worlds. What is contained in this expression? Ukmoi diras ha'odom. When it says that he wanted to have a dira, a dwelling place, yeah. What is contained? What is the meaning of a dira? Why doesn't it say he wanted to be there? Wanted to be revealed there? What is it about dira? So he says dira. The idea of a dira is al derech moshel diras ha'odom, al derech moshel the atzmus ha'odom dor behadira. That the essence of the person lives in that dira. The interesting in a dira is that the dira really seems to exist without the person. In other words, there is a dira, and then the person goes into the dira. The dira is like a separate thing from the person. It's not like the food that a person eats. The food that one eats, goes and he chews it up, he digests it, and becomes part of him. It's not a separate thing. A person should have any amount of food. As long as he didn't eat it, it doesn't do anything for him. And when he eats it, then it's no longer food. Then it becomes part of him. A dira is different. A dira means that there is mamash, a separate entity. And the separate entity remains separate even after he moves in there and after he lives in it. And yet, there is a profound difference in the other direction. That when a person eats, the food gives a certain service, gives him a certain health, gives him a certain satisfaction, certain definitive service. It does not define the whole person. This is not the whole person. This is just the food that he ate. And as a matter of fact, the food that he ate, this meal, next time he's going to eat some other food. Whereas a dira takes in the entire person. It's not serving a certain part of the person, certain aspect of the person. It takes in the entire person. This is to such an extent true that the Gemara says, "Kol odom she'ein lo bayis ein yodom." A person doesn't have a bayis, doesn't have a home, is not a person. Sometimes we'll discuss the implications on this, but even the superficial, the cursory look at this, it means that the dira actually defines the entire person. He gives a person his whole self, and yet it's a separate mitzvah. These two aspects in the dira are interrelated. When you talk about a particular service for the person, like I said, food or even garments, clothing, each piece of garment serves a different part of his body. It doesn't represent the whole person. This is why the food becomes part of the person. The garment doesn't become part of him, but it's actually fitted to the contours of his body. Because in fact, it relates to a specific part of him. The whole person, there isn't any definitive, anything of a design that can contain the whole person. What contains the whole person? That which allows him to be there in total freedom and total expression. The dira does not, in fact, express the person. It allows him to express himself. That's what a dira is. The food feeds the person. The garment expresses the person.
The person builds a house. He builds a house according to how he likes it.
Right. But that, according to how he likes it, and I'll come back to this in a second. A garment, the Gemara says, Mona mechabdusa, the Gemara says. Now the garments reflect the quality of the person, and it actually represents him and gives him respect. Monim Chabdusa, garments give respect, add respect to the person. It's in Shulchan Aruch that a person, we know the way it is in the natural world, that when a person comes into a place that he is not known, nobody knows what kind of person he is, what's his status, what's his standing in the social spectrum, totem pole. So the garments say what he is. Monim Chabdusa. So the garments essentially express the person. They speak for the person on a specific level. Adira is just a place that allows a person to express himself. It's not that the Dira expresses himself. This which you say that the Dira is built according to his specification. The specifications involved in the Dira are such specifications that say that this is the place where I can express myself. Let's take this another step, and we will see what it means. Garments. When does a person put on garments mechabdusa, garments that are representative? When he goes outside. In his own home, on the contrary, in his own home, he kicks off his shoes, takes his jacket off, and he sits comfortably no matter what he does. When does he put on the special garments that are representative, that are suited for his stand, for his place? When he goes outside. What is a dira made for? A person doesn't go to, so to speak, in a certain garden saying, you know what kind of house I have? You know what kind of living room I have? That doesn't fit at all. A dira is what serves him on the inside. When he is inside the dira. It's not meant at all to represent him outside. So this inyan that that he has, that the dira is built according to his specifications, is not specifications for the purpose of representing him, but specifications for the purpose of allowing him to feel comfortable in this dira. He feels when the dira is built according to his specification, he feels so comfortable that he can completely express himself in this dira.
So why are the garments called makifim? If they're so connected to the person, why are they called makifim?
They're called. It's also called makifim. It's called makiv hakorif.
Yeah, I know, but how can it be called makif?
It is makiv.
But it has to do with how you express yourself, and it's not to do with...
Yeah, on a makivdiki level. It doesn't. It's not something that has to do with the health of the person, but how he expresses himself on a makivdiki level. It's not his seichel. It's not his midas. It is how. Sometimes we'll talk about it. The truth is, what is the whole meaning of a person's mechabdusa? What is COVID? COVID is also a makiv. COVID is also a makiv.